My apologies. I'm like 7 minutes late from the advertised start time. Speaking of Drake, it's like, what did I miss for real? Yeah, any of my folks that's using StreamYard, they changed the UI on me. You know what I'm saying? We leave for a couple days, the whole bottom and the layout is different. I'm like, hold on, like, where's my camera settings and all this? What's up, y'all? How's everybody feeling, man? What's today? Today's Tuesday. I missed the podcast, man. I really did miss y'all. I missed the chat. I miss hanging out with y'all. I missed the news. I missed checks and balances. I was away for a couple days. I'll probably fill y'all in a little bit about that towards the end of the stream. We got a lot of news to catch up with. We got Jesus. What do we got today? All right. So the title is Drake adds UK rappers to his Kendrick Lamar beef. We'll take a look at some of that. You see Drake on stage. He's killing on tour right now. I don't know why he wants to stir up some of this. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. So we got Clipse. I want to talk about the album a little bit. I'm not going to do the live reaction. I was going to do like a whole album reaction video. If I was here with y'all, probably like Friday or Saturday, worst case Sunday, I would have did the whole album. But I feel like by now everybody has listened to it, or most people are caught up, or at least in tune with what the clips just dropped. So I'll leave it alone. We too late on that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I feel late, but we still will talk about the clips briefly. Got some other stuff tied into the clips. Justin Bieber, what's going on? Little Meech. Lil Meech. Is Little Meech's reputation over as far as like when it comes to the streets? Is it officially done? We got some footage to take a look at, and I want to go back and talk about an old situation or a past situation as well. I don't know, man. We're gonna get in the weeds a little bit there. What else do we got? We got top five. Did y'all hear about what happened with top five? We'll touch on that. We got some UMG news, and it has nothing to do with the Drake lawsuit. All right. We got I got some Tupac footage to bring. I said Tupac. I meant Verb footage to bring up. What else? What else do we got? There's a lot going on. We got some Whack 100. We got an update from Diddy. We got Joy Taylor. We got some Max B stuff. Oh man, I also seen you know what? I'll save that as well. There's just a lot of news, man. See, this is the thing. It's like, you know, when you're away from work and you come back and you got everything's just pounded, mountains and mountains of work to catch up on and shit. You feel like you wasn't on vacation. Like that's what I feel like right now, man. And some of the news I even had to drop off. Like there's things I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to miss it. You know, leave it alone. I'm late, man. It is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna catch up, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody's been feeling good. Shout out to the whole chat. I know I got some members in here with me. Hallie, what's good, G? Random Blue Jays is in here. My man Cap is in here with me. Members of Maz, you tried it. What's up, girl? Money Machine Mon is here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, shout out, shout out. Random Blue Jay, I think I got you already. Who else? Archetype is here. Okay. Facts, what's good, G? I see you. Good morning. Sean's here. Clifton Thomas is here. And shout out to the whole chat, too. D Hood Real is here. Good morning. I see you. Hustle Boy is here. Shout out to the whole chat. Shout out to the green team. Shout out to the gang. I appreciate y'all, man. All right, let's start working, man, because this might end up being more than a 2-hour long stream, man. Let's see how my voice holds up and shit. When I drink and when I talk a lot and everything, y'all know how it goes, but we here to work, so no bitching. All right, how we gonna start this off? Let's start this off with Little Meech. Yo, this layout is killing me. I gotta get used to the new StreamYard layout. What did I miss? Speaking of Drake once again, what is this shit? All right, cool. So Little Meech, man. Did y'all see the footage of Little Meech in the back of the police car? And he looks like he gave up some information that he wasn't supposed to give up. Let's play it first, and then we'll get into breaking down the fable a little bit.
Oh. Good, man.
Hey, so what y'all do right here? Okay. What y'all found out? What y'all found?
It's not legal.
Huh?
It's not legal.
What you say?
It's not legal.
It's not legal what?
To have a firearm.
I'm talking about the other stuff.
Huh?
Other stuff.
Talking about the other guy?
Other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
Ooh. All right. So there's a big infraction here, right? And then there's backstory. Let's do some backstory first, and let's also talk about why this looks so bad, because now this is the second time that he's caught up in something that people are questioning his street card for, right? So this right here, the backstory is allegedly, I'll say allegedly, he's riding in the car with his man. His man is in the passenger seat. His man is asleep. He's getting pulled over by the police, and allegedly he starts putting a bunch of stuff like guns and other stuff on his man, or on his man's side of the car. His man wakes up. He's already pulled over, got a bunch of stuff. Like, what the hell is going on? By then, it's too late. Everybody's getting arrested. And you heard the police officer already tell Lil Meech right there, like, having guns, isn't illegal. But the big issue there is, then he offered up the information. He told the police officer, he said, nah, but the other stuff. And the cop was like, what other stuff? Like, he's like, the other legal stuff. So it's like, and then you already have your boy there that allegedly is getting apprehended as being in possession of this stuff, and then you give them more stuff illegally. So we don't know exactly what that is. People are alleging drugs, because depending on where they're at, depending if they're licensed, legal, whatever, not a felon, all that type of stuff. The guns is one thing, but for him to offer up the other stuff. Now, where this gets even worse is the guy that was also arrested with him, his boy, who's allegedly a street nigga as well. He's got an Instagram and everything. I was gonna bring it all up, but like I said, we just have way too much to go over this morning. And he's talking out now, because this guy that Lil Meech was allegedly with, he took the fall, got hit with some time, and allegedly he was waiting for Lil Meech to help pay some money his way, because he spent a lot of money on lawyers' fees or whatever. Look out for him and his family while he's serving his time. I'm envisioning a picture kind of like what happened with Big and his man. Remember the Notorious movie? They both got arrested for drugs and all that, and then they both sitting there. One of them says, "Listen, man, I'm gonna hold on to the charges. You hold it down out there. You're the bag. You take care of business out there. You hold me down. You hold the family down." Kind of like that type of situation. But dude is coming out saying that, number one, Lil Meech never did nothing for him, never helped him out, never helped his family. Now that happens. That's not necessarily breaking street code. That's more so a moral thing, right? But the guy gets a hold of his discovery, allegedly, and gets up to speed with stuff like this. And remember, he's waking up allegedly with all this stuff that's in his possession. And it's just like, Lil Meech told on me, or he put these charges on me, or he's the reason. He told the police, like, oh, the other stuff, the illegal stuff. Because you saw the cops say, what other stuff? What, the other guy? What are you talking about? And Meech's like, yeah. So I'll tell you this. This is where Meech is 1000% in the wrong. And let me just mention the airport situation. This happened, like a year or two ago? The airport situation is, he was going through security. They found guns in his bag. And then he just started rambling, like, they're not mine. I'm a minor. They're my security guards. And then certain people was just like, wait a minute. Like, they found guns on you. You didn't do the whole pose that you do on all your pictures, which is this. You didn't do that. They found guns in your bag. And before you were even in custody, no handcuffs on you, nothing. You started putting it on somebody else. Now, some people stood up for Lil Meech and said, but that's a security guard. That person legally is supposed to be able to have the firearm. So Lil Meech was not telling. What's another example of something like that? That happened with King Yella. Right, King Yella allegedly, I believe, got grabbed with some guns, and he started talking, saying they're my baby mothers, and people was just like, well, what he was doing was he was trying to put the guns on somebody that can possess them legally. You look at that how you want to look at it, right? Everybody's different. I'll tell you where Lil Meech is wrong. I'll tell you where King Yella is wrong. I'll tell you where any of us would be wrong, right? I mean, they kind of got this thing called your freedom to shut, or your rights to shut the fuck up, right? Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. And the thing about Lil Meech is tied to who? His father, Big Meech, who has this notorious reputation in the streets, right? The whole street code of shutting the fuck up. So when you watch the airport footage of Lil Meech, and then when you also watch this footage right here of Lil Meech handcuffed in the back of that car and telling the police officer, no, the other stuff, the other illegal stuff, right? What you can clearly see is Lil Meech, and I mean, I say this with no disrespect, he's not built for the reputation that is around, his father and some of those other guys, right? Because when you get grabbed, when you're getting even confronted, even before just purely detained, right? If you live by the code of what he does in his pictures, right? You don't say nothing. You let your lawyer sort it out. You don't offer no information like the other illegal substances. You don't say my girlfriend. You don't say my security guard. You don't say none of that. Like this is where a lot of street people, and I hate to even use the thing street, because I feel like a lot of people have the street tag on them before they go through the street courses. Like there's courses out there, and sometimes you get them from your older brother, sometimes your uncle, your father, sometimes your friends on a block, and you got to get taught some of this type of stuff before you really should be walking around acting like you're a street nigga or breaking any laws or involving yourself in the streets of any crimes. You really should be understanding stuff. And too many people try to plead their case to arresting officers. That's not the officer's job. The judge is there to determine what the fuck is going to happen with your ass. Okay? And here's another thing too. 9 times out of 10, if a police officer puts the cuffs on you, he's not taking them off. That's why they do so much talking. So they try to detain you. They try to ask questions. They try to assess the situation. They don't. The only time they really roll up on a scene and put the bracelets right on is if they really know what they're walking into, or they have certain fears for themselves, their own safety. You know what I'm saying? But let you be pulled over for a fucking speeding ticket, right? And they happen to search the car and find guns, right? And then they start putting cuffs on you. The moment you are cuffed, there is no talking your way out of it. And everybody thinks that they can plead and talk their way out of this shit. No, he got the cuffs on you. You're going down to the station, call who you need to call for bail, but you offering all this shit up is breaking street code. And now he got one of his closest friends outing him on the internet saying, this man put this shit on me. This man told on me. This man didn't hold me down. This man didn't put no money on my books. This man didn't do nothing. And he's releasing audio calls of him talking to Lil Meech and Lil Meech apologizing to him. 50 Cent is having a fucking field day with this shit. A fucking field day. And to be honest, once again, no disrespect, I have no clue how gangster, how tough anything Lil Meech is. I mean, no disrespect to the man. But we know the reputation of his father, and we know the reputation of BMF, and we see what Lil Meech carries. He carries the big BMF medallion. He carries the legacy. He does all the pictures with the hush and all that. So when we see him in these situations, these videos, he looks so rattled. He looks scared. He looks scared to death. Like when he's in that airport, he looks scared to death that they found him guns in his suitcase. The way he's pleading, no, I'm a minor. I'm like, can y'all let me go? Like, oh no, wait, can I call my mother? Wait, they're not mine. They're my security guards. And you watch that footage, it's just like, you're not really built like that, right? That footage does not show somebody that they, oh shit, mistake, guns in my bag. All right, hey, come with me, cool. Hey, I'm sorry, hands behind your back. All right. I mean, if you want to ask some questions, where you taking me? Because maybe you don't know where you at, right? Find out what precinct you're going to. Can I make a phone call? Stay calm. Some police officer will let you make a phone call right there on the spot. There's a lot of people that know what the fuck I'm talking about. They'll pull your cell phone out. You know what I'm saying? What's your passcode? Let me put my passcode on real quick. My passport. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Dial this number right here. Dial mommy. Yo, mom. Yeah, I'm getting arrested right now. They take, where you taking me? They take about 120. I'm going to 120 precinct right now. Yeah, I'm arrested. I'm not sure for what, but please meet me there. Or figure out what's going on. Start spreading the word to your people. Start getting the word out. Lil Meech is arrested. We don't know for what. They make their phone calls. They call their bail bondsman, see if he's going to make bail, all this, or get a bond, and you start moving. And then you speak to your lawyer when you get out, or even during, if your lawyer's going to show up, right? All of this pleading your case on camera to these officers is why Lil Meech is in this situation right now. And it looks crazy because your best friend is outing you. It looked like you put some shit on him. You giving the cops information. like if this happens to like a random person, this footage comes out, it's just like, all right, it is what it is. But Little Meech, you're tied to Big Meech. The last thing we expect to see is you in this type of situation on footage, looking like that, talking like that, acting like that. So his street credibility, but does he really need street credibility? I guess I'll transition off of him like that. Does Little Meech need street credibility? I didn't know anything about Little Meech until he was acting alongside 50, right? If what Little Meech is an actor or a rapper or a online persona or whatever, like, does he need to be the most gangster in the world? No. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes your street reputation is what's going to put you in certain opportunities, right? um we want to interview you because you like this, or we believe this, or we seen that, or we heard about this in the past or whatever, or we want you in this role because we heard that, like it's no different than Big Meech. Like, some of us want to see Big Meech in acting roles and acting out and showing maybe his past life and all that type of stuff, documentaries and book deals and stuff. So yes, your reputation matters. I don't know how much Little Meech needs to have that reputation, but the thing is, he continues to carry it. So this looks very, very bad. Um, Me personally, I'll never look at Little Meech the same, because he's presenting something that I see opposite when shit really hit the fan. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me move from Little Meech to the Clipse. Thank goodness my man Math cleaned this up. So I was in the airport Friday. My man Math calls me Friday morning. He was like, "Yo, let me ask you a question, man. Like, is the Clipse album really that?" And I was like, "Well, sir, the Clipse album is one of the best bodies of work to come out in a long time. I've only listened to it once at that point Friday." And I told him, I was like, "I'm gonna be listening to it all weekend. I always travel with my little Bluetooth box, my little boom box. So I'm gonna be playing it all weekend. And by the time I get 3, 4 listens in, I'm gonna start comparing it to other great bodies of work to come out recently, like, let's say Kendrick's GNX and all that. I might give y'all my final decision on that in a second." And he was like, "I'm gonna listen to it." And then we was texting a little bit. If somebody like Math Hoffa, who is actually a rapper, would have came back and said, "Nah, I ain't fucking with the album," I would have came on here with a whole different energy. I probably would have put Math in the thumbnail. I probably would have just flamed them for 20 minutes. Moral of the story, people, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this Clipse album. Let God sort them out. Even the way the album starts. Shout out to Screwface Jean. He's the homie. He be in the chat sometimes. He's very familiar and watches battle rap. He's very familiar with RBE. He pops in every once in a blue. Um, Shout out to him, man. I believe he has a situation where, like, maybe he lost his pops, and I seen a clip of him on Twitter, like that first song on the Clipse album, like it made him like tear up and everything. It punched me in the chest too. The Clipse have the nerve to start the album, and if you've lost a parent, oh my God, get ready. Like, Pusha goes the first verse, and he takes on the responsibility of rapping about the loss of their mother. And then Malice, is it Malice or is it No Malice? Which one? I don't think it's No Malice based on the way that they're rapping. I think the No is probably dropped at this point. So I'm just saying Malice. Then Malice comes on after, and he takes on the responsibility of rapping about their father passing. Oh my God. Yo, it's an emotional vibe. Like, the shit punched me in the chest too. And I was just like, damn, like at the end, he's talking about the password to his father's cell phone was, "I love the two of my sons." Oh, they started the album like, that's what I mean by substance. They started the album like that, man. Was that John Legend on the track with them too? Oh my God. Skin crawl, man. And then the album continues, man. And I told myself when H trumpets dropped, if that was going to be the standard, we are in for one. And then of course we started getting snippets of the track with Kendrick and everything. They released a video for that yesterday. Kendrick's not in it, but they still released the Chains or whatever song. But when we got those two first songs, I said we are gearing up. We are really, really gearing up. And when I tell y'all, the album holds true to the first two releases, which we was all on fire about. There might be one almost skippable, like you could play the album end to end. There might be one almost skippable track, but it goes. It's like depending on the mood. It's like a almost skippable track. It's beginning to end. The production value of this fucking album. I know Pharrell did a lot of it. It feels like damn near all of it, but the production value of it, the way that they produce the beats, the drops, matching the flows that they use, the features of did Tyler Creator? Who the fuck looks at Tyler Creator like that? The feature with Tyler Creator, I was like, what is Tyler doing? Like, like even Tyler the Creator went the fuck off. The Kendrick verse, of course, is that, you know, it's a great reminder. Like, he comes on a track, he's rapping that same flow as Pushing Malice, and then he just starts going rapid fire. And it's just like, Jesus. Like, every feature is dope. The production is stupid. And I saw that clip that's going viral of that dude. He's pretty much comparing the new era to the old era. And this is such another big win for the old era. Like the guys that are like 35 plus and in their 40s and still rapping, the Nas's of the world. Like I just saw Nas on tour last week, a week and a half ago, and it was incredible. And to see these OGs, you know, and Clipse has always been that. And Pusha T definitely deserves to be in everybody's bare minimum top 50, bare minimum, right? And lyrically, they just uphold it. Like when I listen to this album, there's so many quotables in it. It's a mix. When people do the whole drug rap this and drug rap that, the drug bars is always going to be there. Like that's one of their callings, right? And they do it the best, probably, right? Like there's nothing wrong. Like I got no problem with that. I think that people just, I don't know, they play with them with that, and they had to get numb with that over the years because they developed such a big fan base, right? The Clipse. But when you listen to this album, there's a lot that's mixed in there. So when even the beginning of the album, that type of substance talking about their family, the street shit, but you could hear the success in their raps. You can hear the growth in them as men. You could hear their expansion as far as their experiences, the things that they're talking about. Even a verse where Pusha's dissing Jim. What is it? That repossession bar. I think he's talking about the crib situation with Jim and Chrissy, where they almost lost the crib or did lose the crib or whatever. But that whole shit, like you buy bitches, or you buy bitches sections, I buy or whatever. You buy watches, I buy collections. I'm like, ooh, you can see that they've expanded a lot, you know, in their topics and in their substance and in the type of stuff that they rap about. It's not just drugs and coke and heroin and needles. And no, it's not. And this is a damn. I mean, it's tough not to give it at least a 9 out of 10. Right now, if you ask me to compare it to GNX, I don't want to compare it to GNX, to be honest. I don't. But if we just gotta say, what are the dopest, or what is the dopest album to come out, hip hop album to come out, let's say within the last 12 months? Those are the two that come to mind. If GNX already got all the accolades, and this album is not going to touch anywhere close to Kendrick's accolades, like his numbers and this charting and the touring, and this GNX album is, it's a historical moment, right, for hip hop. But just rap wise and album wise and body of work wise, which album is better? Oh, y'all gonna force me to do it? I set myself up just now. Did I do that? Fuck. You know what it is? I might have some of that recency bias. So let me escape with this one, people. Let me slide. The recency bias in me makes me go lean towards the Clipse album as one of the best overall hip hop bodies of work I've heard in a long time. Right. But I know if I say, yo, AR, chill the fuck out, go put that that GNX album on and play it end to end, it might remind me of like slow down. So put it this way, man, for the Clipse album to just be in that type of argument or debate, it shows you guys what you're missing if you haven't listened to it yet. Okay. So I promised y'all just a little reaction or a response to this massive major hip hop moment and their rollout. This is one of the best album rollouts in how long? We see people with way bigger, but then again, they might have had a big because this whole new deal with Jay-Z and Rock Nation and everything, they might have had a big budget behind them. But we see artists with huge budgets, and we don't see rollouts like this. I'm talking from the interviews that they're interviewing all over the place on all the major platforms. I saw the Tiny Desk little concert that they did. I watched that end to end. They got a little controversy in there. He's addressing his beef with Kanye. They got the thing with Travis Scott going on. They dropping multiple videos. Jim Jones is helping them a little bit. Like this is a ridiculous rollout, B. Like, damn. I'm gonna play GNX before the week is over, and then I'm gonna make it official in my mind. Like, what's the best hip hop album to come out in recent years? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But for now, yo, Clipse, man, y'all got one. All right, and speaking of Clipse, this is where I wanted to bleed next. We ain't gonna keep this too long, but yo, this new layout is annoying in StreamYard. It feels like it slows me down a little bit. Justin Bieber speaks on Clipse new album. Clipse is for bitter, grown men who collect Cause dolls and shop at Kith. First thing I'm going to do is, how old is Justin Bieber? Since he says old man. So Justin Bieber is 31 years old. Justin Bieber is no child. And he's a father. He just had kids. Kids alone add years on you. They should, if you have a certain fucking maturity. Right? So Justin Bieber's 31 years old. He said, grown men that collect cause. Do I have any cause behind me? Here goes a cause. Here goes one. All right, I got a pink cause right here. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he's talking to people like me. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he might be. I don't shop at no Kith or nothing like that. But I'm not even into cause or nothing like that. I started collecting a couple simply for the backdrop of my podcast. And if you've been here for a year and a half or so, you've seen the background just continue to evolve, right? But Justin, Mr. Biebs, now I get it. His album and the Clipse album dropped on the same day, right? So he gets a pass in that realm. It could be competition. It could be, hey, we're both outside. That doesn't mean you have to shit on a Clipse album. But if he was going to get any pass at all, it would be, it's just a competitive thing of both of their albums dropping at the same time. Now you could say this is because I'm older than Justin Bieber, but I have no intention on listening to Justin Bieber's album. I don't think I've ever listened to a Justin Bieber. How many albums does he have? Like, I don't know. Justin Bieber is not for me. I'm a hip hop guy. Is Justin Bieber doing more hip hop, or is it like still pop? Is it straight pop, right? So to even come into a different lane, like if you're pop and you want to now diss a hip hop album, all right, let me just take the gloves off. This is my fucking real problem with this, and I was gonna save it, but my real problem with this post Justin Bieber is because I feel like you got a little bit too big for your britches overnight. Now that the Diddy trial is over, there I said it. I don't know if anybody else is saying it. There it is for you. Yeah. You need to be a little bit more humble, not just because the Clipse album is a classic, but you were kind of getting the sympathy thing for like the last 6 to 8 months. People looking at Justin Bieber thinking like, yo, is he on drugs? Is he losing himself? Is he spinning out of control? Was he taken advantage of to the point where it psychologically damaged him? People seeing him out in the world, he looking crazy and whatnot. People were being sympathetic especially under the whole tone of like, yo, this guy Diddy, is out here torturing people, grown men included. You know what I'm saying? And we looking at Bieber kind of with the sympathy card of like, yo, I hope the young man's all right. We don't know about him doing. We just see all the little clips of him looking like he's fucking running for cover from Diddy and shit. Yo, man, we ain't hang out in a while, man. I don't got your new number. We like, damn, Diddy, you might have ruined this man's fucking mind. Like, you fucked it. And he's trying to come into father. He's dodging paparazzi during the Diddy trial. Talking about I just want to focus on my family and everything. And some of you motherfuckers got too big for your britches overnight. Why? Because the trial is over and your fucking name didn't come up. And a lot of these motherfuckers were shaking in their boots before this shit was over. Going in, I know they were scared as shit because people weren't sure how much of these cribs being raided footage was gonna come in. Was it Netflix? The Usher shit, not Usher the singer. Is it Usher? That show, the rich kids all getting into drama and all that, and they had the fucking sex parties and all that going on. If you watch the show, it was a dope series, by the way. But art imitates reality. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew how many of them, if any of that footage was going to be coming out. Oh, damn, there goes LeBron allegedly over in the corner standing next to somebody that's sniffing coke and all that, ruining people's fucking public images and all that type of shit. And Justin Bieber, you obviously have some type of relationship with Diddy that looks weird. And coming out of all of this is what you want to do. Is it just me? Is it just me that's just like, yo, little 31-year-old little guy? And why you gotta group all the older niggas who's actually dominating quality of music right now? How old is Kendrick Lamar? Hold on. How old is Kendrick Lamar? Kendrick Lamar is 38. He's about to be 40 as well. Same thing. We look at Cam and Jim. Well, them niggas older, right? And 50 just turned 50, right? But some of these guys that's dominating the industry, dominating the headlines, putting out the most quality music, they're not in their 20s, B. They're not 25 years old. Now, there's a whole group of people over there, and I respect all that's been coming out from the young crowd, the youngins, the Gen Zs and all that type of shit. But Justin Bieber, you's 31 years old sitting here with pink socks on and some female shoes and looking like for the last 9 months you was getting over some drug rehab shit, allegedly. Chill out. Justin Bieber speaks on Clipse new album. Clipse is for bitter grown men who collect Kohl's dolls and shop at Kith. Clipse don't even look like people that got anything to do with Kohl's and Kith, to be honest. What is this? Justice is served. At Lil Bieber emptied the clip. This is the only album that matters now. And that's what I hope this is about. Wait, hold on. You named the album Swag? You was lame for that. Swag? We don't even say swag like that anymore. When we say the word swag, it's only to be descriptive about like somebody's attraction or they dress code real quick or something like that. Swag surfing is 12 years ago. Go to a football game, they'll do it. I'm gonna join in. Cool. But swag? The old niggas you dissing did that how long ago? T.I. and Jay-Z and all these niggas on the song together and all that talk about swagger like us. You fast forward 30 years later after that fucking movement when it's not at its peak and name your album Swag. You's a fucking cornball for having an album named Swag in 2025. Is his album really named Swag? People, you got some fucking nerve. This album is way better than the act. Why you at them? At Clipse. At Clipse. This is, you know what? Malice and Push is not supposed to. Malice and Push would be lame to respond to this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Beebs, man. Listen, man. Let me go back. Let me calm down. We're happy that you're a new father. You look like you might have been through some stuff in recent years, and the Diddy trial didn't further harm you, allegedly. So just do your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to be so down and so hip hop, you're just popping out on hip hop tours and everything. You've always presented that connection to hip hop culture and swag and being a part of that world, right? And being in the mix of us and those people. Okay. You want to know a way to maintain what you've always tried to do your entire career as far as who you're mixing and how you're presenting yourself and who you're trying to run around and be in the in crowd with? You don't need to diss them, especially when they dropping some dope shit. Diss them for what? If anything, embrace it. Come to the real cool table instead of trying to be over there on some late fucking 20-year late shit swag. What's wrong with somebody? Get your man, B. Beebs. All right. Speaking of swag. Speaking of swag. Do I give up on Drake as what's the word? At this point, do I give up on Drake when it comes to anything but music? That's my question. Do I give up on Drake when it comes to anything he does, with the exception of making music? Because that's one thing I'm never going to turn on Drake for. I'm never going to say Drake doesn't have a classic body of work, one of the best and biggest bodies of work musically. I shall remain a person that keeps high expectations for Drake musically. There you go. That was perfect. That's what I really want to say right there. I'm going to keep my expectations high for him because I feel like his talent, I don't, whether it's a million ghostwriters or a million, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't know. I do feel like the man, his talent is you just can't, you can't ignore it. You can't act like he hasn't done what he's done. And I think he's still got a lot of that. If Drake goes on like a 2-3 year run where it's just like, yo, every album has been a dud and all his singles is just then I'm gonna be like, mentally, he's not able to put himself in a space to create the shit that he used to create because his emotions, his mental, the way that he continued to evolve post the battle, all of that has affected his being so much that he can't write in a direction that he used to or perform in a direction that he used to. And I think I think it's, you need time before you try to put that on his jacket. But damn, we used to call him missteps here on this podcast. All the things that he's been doing post battle. It's just like, why'd you do that? Why'd you drop that song? Why'd you say that? Why'd you leak the diss of Lebron? Why are you DMing this person? What's this Hey Delilah shit? And why'd you just get on the stream with Aiden Ross and say that? And it just. So before I get into the title part, I'd rather go to this one first because this one is a little bit more relevant to when I say, yo, Drake, why? Like, what did I miss? And I'm not trying to drop a ball right there. Like, what did I miss? Drake covered his LeBron tattoo with one of SGA. I saw dude in the airport too yesterday. What was like the fourth man? The guy's really known for 3 and D with the dreads from OKC. I forget his name. Is it Porter? I forget. Seen him in the airport yesterday. SGA, MVP, scoring title leader for this year, championship, Western Conference Finals MVP, championship MVP, or Finals MVP. You can argue him and Joker and Giannis among the best players in the league right now, probably, right? You make the order 1, 2, and 3 if you want. Superstar. A lot of people probably idolize and look up to and revere SGA right now. But I always wanted to look at Drake with some of the tattoos. Like, he's got a lot of people on him. I think he got like Aaliyah on him and Other people like 40, like 40 is a dope tat because that's your homie and that's your, you know, like, and we know 40 situation. Aaliyah paying homage to somebody that passed away. Um, the Fighting Irish one for LeBron. It never made a lot of sense to people. It always felt a little weird, right? As a man, I don't know how close they were when he actually got it. Maybe Drake looks at those people like these are my peers. You know, it's remember when we did the Michael Jordan topic the other day, and he was like, I don't really fuck with rap. I listen to some Drake, maybe whatever. And I said, I think because he looks at it like this is a peer to me. In your genre, you're the king. In mine, I'm the king. Michael Jordan's the type of guy is like, yeah, I'll talk to Drake, I'll talk to LeBron, I'll talk to Michael Jackson, I'll talk to Mike Tyson. The rest of you niggas is beneath me. That's how Michael Jordan comes off, right? I don't know. Does Drake look at the LeBron tattoo at the time? It's like that's why he got it. Like, you're the man, I'm the man. Obviously, no, that's not it. Because that's why he's showing so much fallout with this whole LeBron thing. LeBron going to the Kendrick's concerts and dancing and doing the videos playing Kendrick's music. He really seemed hurt with his relationship with LeBron. I mean, you and academics was out there trying to expose him to the world, like, oh, you're cheating on your wife, and all. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like, Drake, what are you doing? What is this Fighting Irish song? Like, what are you doing? It was a mistake I got people that I love to death, like, but the tattoo thing is just I don't know. Like, I'd rather be a kid that don't know LeBron. Like, if you just look up to LeBron and you aspire to be one day a superstar, one of the best players in the world, I'd rather see that and be like, that's cool. You know, you got a LeBron James tattoo. That's what's up. You're into basketball. You're into, you know, what he's an idol to a lot of people. But you know the man. That is your friend. And then you go through what you went through with Kendrick. You're having this whole love triangle fallout over LeBron publicly, showing how hurt you are, as if y'all were fucking. And you cover his tattoo. And I guess covering his tattoo seems like a Drake thing to do. Like some scorned breakup shit. Like, fuck him. He's over there with Kendrick. I'm covering up this tattoo. But you don't cover up the tattoo after the whole world is trying to tell you, dude, you shouldn't have had it in the first place. And then you put another fucking NBA player there to cover it up. Is something wrong with Drake? Is something wrong with him? What did I miss? Did I miss Drake and SGA growing up together? I mean, if they grew up together, and I'm trying to find ways to justify it. So if I'm reaching, pardon me, I'm reaching on purpose. If they grew up together and SGA got a Drake tattoo, like my brother for life, he saved me or he helped, and then you went and got but it can't be, because that would just be a standalone tat. You wouldn't use them as a cover up, and they're both NBA superstars. This shit it's one of the weirdest things. You are going through this. The world literally has been trying to help Drake with all this feedback, and he don't listen to none of y'all, none of us. It's getting to the point where it's just like, to be a fan of Drake, like as a man or as a person, it's gonna be like an isolated type of person or man. Women, I'll never categorize y'all, because like women and men celebrities, and same thing opposite direction. Men and female celebrities, I ain't gonna come at that. Unless he did some super freaky weird shit, and I'd be like, damn, you like him? Like, ew, like, why are you trying to fuck with Diddy? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I ain't saying that for Drake. But imagine the fact that there's men in the world that idolize Drake. There's men in the world that's probably going to the tattoo parlor this weekend and getting a Drake tattoo. Anyway, back to your fucking ink. Look at this shit. So Thunder, number 2. He covers the Fighting Irish LeBron tattoo with the Shea Gildress Thunder tattoo. What the fuck? Look at Shay's face in this picture. It's almost like his face is like, I don't want to be on your arm neither, nigga. because if I ever do something that you don't fucking like, you're gonna drop a song on me. Thunder and Lightning. Instead of fucking Fighting Irish, you're gonna drop a Thunder and Lightning diss song on me, outing me because I was at a party and you see me with a girl that wasn't my wife. Like, the fuck? What the fuck? Look at him. Yo, and we see that he put, Shay in his recent video and all that. I mean, all that's cool. You guys could be best friends and all that. And even if I wanted to reach, which I still disagree with, going and get an SGA tattoo. But if you guys have that type of relationship and you wanted to get an SGA tattoo, man, you could have put it anywhere. But to use SGA as a cover up, yo, people, ladies, like if you got your ex-boyfriend, your ex-husband, or your old man tattooed on you or some shit like that, let me give you some advice, man. If you're gonna cover it up because y'all fell out, y'all don't talk no more, you don't fuck with them no more, get like a design over it or some shit. Like put like a rose over it, or I don't know, a tribal design or some shit. Think about some dope shit that can cover the area that you would like and would go over the name. And covering names is very easy with good tattoo artists. You don't try to cover the name with like your new boyfriend's name. Now you just look crazy. You'd rather look like I just made a mistake. Like I was dating this guy. I got a tattoo of his name. Thought we was going to be together forever. I don't know what I was thinking. I was young. I was dumb. And I covered it with this beautiful rose now. All right, cool. When I have this conversation with you at the dinner table, I understand. But if I be like, oh, what's that tattoo right here? You be like, oh, this? Yeah, this is my ex James. And the reason why the S looks like that is because I covered Tommy underneath that. I'm like, well, who's Tommy? Tommy is my ex too. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, it starts to be this. Drake, this international superstar doing weird shit. There's one I posted to my story yesterday. I ain't gonna bring it up. But is Drake on his tour and Sexy Red is out there. She starts twerking and all that. And then Drake comes behind her and he looks like he dropped it down for a hot second before he starts dancing with her. And the caption of this shit says Kendrick's fucking lyrics continue to come to life. Because remember Kendrick's lyrics, like, you might pop ass with her. Like, and it looks like he did. It's just like, I can't get the guy a win. Now he's doing an amazing job. His tour is looking crazy out there. Drake. But outside of music and outside of him being this megastar, he keeps doing this stupid, weird shit. I hope we get an interview from him or something explaining why he got the SGA tattoo. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be a topic worthy as well, because there really is no explanation. Because to explain why he got the SGA tat, he's going to have to also explain the covering up of the LeBron. Speaking of Drake on tour. All right, so let's get to the title a little bit. Drake adds UK rappers to his Kendrick Lamar beef? ? I don't know. Did he? All right, let's check this out.
Had it on me. This is my brother right here, a real fucking legend. When I talk about my love for London rappers, the best lyricists in the world.
I didn't notice that part right there. He was just talking about this guy tatted on me. Dude, is that what he just said at the beginning of this video? Stop it. No more tattoos for you. Just stop for a second. I was just talking about the SGA shit. I didn't even know in this video right here, he's talking about the person he's about to bring out on stage, who is a UK artist, I believe, either having or getting him tattooed as well. Drake, you don't have to show your love or your liking for somebody by inking them on your body, dude. Like, it's oh my God. All right, let's get back.
My words. Oh shit. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody can out-rap London. Nobody. No disrespect to America, no disrespect to our country, but nobody can out-rap London rappers. This is the best, highest level. This is what I aspire to be. And this guy right here was the first person to open my mind to that shit. Go ahead. I've never been in marquee when they shot down there. Trust me, daddy. Yeah!
NBA 2K!
Dope. Bringing out people on your tour, locals, hit artists, hit songs, all that's fire. I'm with all of that. This whole UK and US rapper thing. All right, here we go. I know some of y'all expecting me to have a bias, right? Being a US native, US citizen, born and raised, and a New Yorker at that, I know y'all probably think like, nah, I ain't on it like that, but we ain't never gonna disrespect the rappers that's out there. When you start talking about UK and London, they have some amazing and incredible talent. And I know depending on the type of fan, there's that whole the dialect and the accent that sometimes can become a barrier. And maybe they feel the same towards, you know, Americans and our accents, like in the way we talk, right? It's cool. It's cool. Like that barrier is always going to be there as well. But when you just talk about pure lyricism, they got it. Actually, you could find it at every corner of the globe. I can find areas that have incredible lyricists. All right. But here's the thing, Drake. Everybody that sees this clip is having the same thought. Everybody's saying this is once again your attempt to fight off Kendrick's narratives. The stain that Kendrick's songs have left on Drake. I mean, sooner or later, I'm gonna realize like maybe he should have just sued, like, because this is crazy. like what we're all believing this whole moment is about Drake is it's inspired of Kendrick putting that narrative on you of being a Canadian rapper, never being able to fully identify with the culture that you've tried to get next to and feature with and pillage and take things from and act like and talk like at times and dress like at times. A lot of the US based artists and the US based culture. Because if we're going to be real, when you talk about the pure lyricist and the rap ability, it's never going to be easy to displace the birthplace of this shit, which is right here in the fucking States. And I'm pretty sure UK and London, like they probably, if I asked them, yo, list a bunch of your top rappers of all time that really just, they could rap their ass off, right? I'm pretty sure they got 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. The amount of legendary rappers and lyricists. See, the thing about the States is you don't even have to say the United States. You can just go into certain states. Let me leave the birthplace, the mecca of it, like New York, where I'm from. I'm gonna leave that alone, right? I can go to the other coast, which is actually a rival at times in hip hop history to the East Coast, right? And I can say, dude, you ever hear of somebody named Crooked Eye? You ever hear somebody by the name of like Rascass? Right? Like these lyricists are just, they're ridiculous. They are stupid. The level of artistry that comes out of even certain cities and states and regions from America. Like, there's no reason to get up there and say this unless you're combating the Kendrick narrative. Because if you just want to show love, all you had to do is say, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, there's nothing like it as far as the type of lyricists that come out of the UK, man. Y'all got some of my favorite rappers out here, man. And you know, I might get them tatted, but if you skip that, like, yo, when it comes to the UK, y'all put on so crazy. Y'all got some of my favorite rappers. I've been playing y'all since a kid, man. And I love tuning in with y'all demographic and y'all movement. even though the states got what they got going on, they got their epic artists, and even where I'm from, we got our artists and we do our thing as well. But man, y'all got some beautiful talent out here. Y'all always have, and I will always love y'all for that. Like, what's wrong with that? To say, I just want to take you guys and say, nobody in the US or even where I'm from can fuck with y'all. And nobody even really believes that unless they're the natives out there and they're just having that loyalty and that bias. You're fighting the Kendrick narrative. He's fighting multiple Kendrick narratives still. People, I'm not talking about when people like are beefing behind rap battles. I'm not talking about the fights and the shooting and the drilling and all that type, like drill music. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when it was purely on wax and then we watched a narrative stain somebody, right? I got to think of some examples here off the cuff where we've seen like, ooh, that person was definitely changed. The way they acted has changed and the way they are perceived is changed. And it's not easy for me to come even 25% close to what Kendrick has stained Drake with. Even 25%. Like, let's take a legendary one. Let's take Nas and Jay-Z. Let's take Takeover and Ether. Okay. There are a couple people out there that felt, Nas had this period of his career where we looked at him and said, fuck is you trying to kick knowledge? Right? And Jay-Z used that narrative and he hurt him with it. But all Nas had to do was make some good music that didn't come off like Sharif, and he was right back in the game. Right? Jay-Z. How many Biggie's rhymes are gonna come out of your fat lips? Wanted to be on every last one of my classics. You drop shit, apologize, nigga, just ask kiss. The whole narrative about him using a lot of Biggie's lyrics. And then Jay-Z gets to a point. Plus, I know my own flow is foolish. So the rings and things you sing about, bring them out. When he addressed it, it was just like, oh, yeah, that's true. And then he just continues to make hits, which is what we've been begging Drake to do. Just make songs. Like even coming out with this whole "What Did I Miss?" you want us to think about the beef. You want us to think about the problems. And I can't think of a battle where somebody to be stained like this, where you have not one, not two, not three, 4, 5, 6 different angles that hurt you like this, to the point one of them you even put into a lawsuit, which is like the alleged pedo or grooming and whatnot, right? These angles can never carry this long or hurt this much unless they allegedly carry some truth. That's the whole thing. And Drake is fighting them on all these different fronts. While he's on tour, here he goes, I'm going to say this about the UK rappers and put down the US because Kendrick tried to stain me saying that I'm dick riding US culture as a Canadian. So this is my way to combat that. Okay, cool. The pedo stuff, I know how I'm gonna fight that. Hey, lawyers, UMG, let's go to court. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to combat the whole wave about people switching up on me. Hey, LeBron, you cheating on your wife. Like the way he's going about this is this battle will be studied in years to come, man. You've never seen somebody react like this and pretty much validate all the things the man has said about you. Well, not all of them, but you just continue to validate him. And I don't know if Drake thinks that we're stupid, but when you get up there and you do this type of shit, we see through the support and we see exactly what you're up to. We see exactly what you're doing. When he does an interview explaining who SGA, oh nah, man, like the reason I got this tattoo is because the way he dominated 2024, 2025 NBA season, he's gonna talk to us like we stupid, and we're gonna look at him like, so why'd you cover LeBron then? Like, at what point do I got to start questioning Drake's intelligence level? I think I already started doing that like 12 months ago and shit. And there's a part of me that's holding on like, you gotta have a strong level of intelligence to even become Drake, right? To navigate the industry and to become a billionaire. Or am I wrong? Is it that you really, really were placed and created and molded and guided and put there? You know, like, was you really the NBA 2K created player, which is one of the accusations and narratives on him as well. And I've never done that on these streams. If you notice, I always try to give a man his credit because we know he's got classic albums and timestamp verses and shit, right? I've never tried to go there. But at some point, if I just keep watching these sucker and these idiotic moves and the way that Kendrick continues to be validated with the shit that he put on him, right? I'm just like, more and more, maybe you were just completely created. Maybe you were. It makes too much sense at this fucking point. and Kendrick didn't even have to create all of this shit. It's like he put the magnifying glass on a lot of things that I think were already there. And he put it in a way that was so palatable and understandable and made us look and say, yeah, I do see him doing that a lot. Like, why does he do that? And then you come out and you prove it to be true. He won't save himself. He won't. And this is why this album is so pivotal for him. And then the lead song is making me think about the fucking battle. What did I miss? Drake, what did I miss? Like, you was the man. Use the man, right? But we see through that moment on stage, man. It's petty, it's stupid, and it just ups Kendrick like you continue to do. Kendrick don't have to even rap at Drake. Drake does the work for him post battle. He really does. All right. Speaking of Drake, no laughing for me. I don't wish this on the man. Not necessarily somebody that we cater to over here on the podcast based on the way he carries himself and the way he acts. But unfortunate news hit. Toronto rapper Top 5 was allegedly stabbed in the neck while in London. Now there's footage that I'm about to play. It looks like how brawls and when it gets wild in like congested areas and people like rioting and jumping on cars and shit, kind of looks like that. To me, there's no proof or there's no validation that this footage has anything to do with Top 5. But they're tagging it to him, and I don't know. I don't know. Let's check it out. Does this have anything to do with Top 5?
Hey, what the fuck? Hey, chill.
Oh, my bad. I hit the mute button. Yeah, I don't know if that footage has anything to do with Top 5 to keep it 1,000. But side note, I will say this. These type of situations are so fucked up, not because of the property damage. Like, you can call your car insurance. I know you're going to be pissed off if your Mercedes is getting the windows smashed in, the hood of your car, people kicking out the lights and everything. You're going to be pissed if this is your property, of course. You can replace this car. You can call car insurance. You can get this fixed. The real fucked up situation about this is this type of mayhem, your life is literally in danger. But you're in a car, and a car is often going to get interpreted in the courts as a weapon, right? If this person just hits the gas just to get up out of there and starts mowing down people, he's going to have a lot of problems. He fuck around, spend life in jail his damn self, vehicular manslaughter and all types of shit. So it's fucked up that you got to sit there. But the moment people start opening these doors and trying to pull you out the car, that's when you need to be able to say, my life is all the way in danger, and somebody might get hit. And when I say hit, I mean hit. You know, you try to start pulling me out my car. If I feel like I'm stuck and I can't drive off, if I'm staying in the car, I feel like this is my only safety because I got 50 people riding around my car. You get into my car, you crack in my window, you try to pull me out my car. I have to save my own life at this point. I'm sorry. Somebody's getting hit. Somebody's getting hit. It's a fucked up spot to be in if you're trapped like that. But anyway, top 5. To have reports that somebody just runs by with a mask and stabs them in the neck. Now, common sense tells us that people don't just randomly get stabbed like that for nothing. You know, it sounds targeted. Top 5 is out there. He's, you know, trying to do the shows and everything with Drake or be around, and he's in the mix. He's just that type of person anyway. He's in the mix. He's got Instagram lives out there, you know, showing people where he's at. And he had like a very ironic one that came out before the incident, you know, saying like, where I'm at, there's no violence, nothing's going to happen out here, something like that. Very ironic to have a video like that, and then you end up getting stabbed. Newsflash, it don't matter how tough you are, how many murders you beat, how gangster you think you are, how protected you think you are. The world is the world. It goes down everywhere. It could be the softest neighborhood in the world. Somebody could hurt you bad there. You know, like it goes down everywhere. Everywhere. It goes down in the movie theater. It goes down in the amusement park. It goes down at somebody's wedding reception. It goes down everywhere. This is just Earth. You know what I'm saying? Top 5, man. He continues to be such a reckless person. And if I was always online promoting that type of drama and doing videos where I'm snatching people's chains and I'm like, look, academics, I got his chain in less than a week and all this type of shit, it's no different than all the people we've already seen drop lows and end up hurt. Like rest in peace, Julio Fulio, right? That whole night that they show they're connecting dots of him kind of like being hunted, right? Now, I know there's also people that believe that it was an inside job because some of the people that he was partying with maybe was dropping lows as well, and maybe they did all of that. But you can't change the fact that the man is advertising where he's at, and advertising where you are. I think by now a lot of us know how dangerous it can be, right? But just imagine advertising where you are and you're supposed to be a gangster. You're supposed to be a street nigga. You actively out here beefing with people and snatching chains and threatening people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. The reckless nature of top 5 bleeds into the past topic of how smart is Drake? Like to be running around with this guy or parading with him or supporting him or being NBA courtside with him. Like Whack 100, you know, we take everything he says with a fucking grain of salt. And even he's online talking about like, yo, Drake, I got the thumb drive. Get away from top 5. Like Drake has a lot of self-destructive decisions. And a guy with that much power, that much money, that much success, you look at Drake all the way up here as far as what he's attained. You look at top 5 as now being a troll, bottom dwelling, overly reckless, street nigga, gangster, whatever, that's willing to do anything for a click, all the way down to fucking fake ankle monitors, where the chief of police got on the news and said, we don't know nothing about it. He's not on parole with us. He not, he don't owe us no time or nothing. I don't know what he's doing with that ankle monitor. Like, you got to remove yourself from people like this. And people, that's another thing. Once again, Drake, people have been telling that to Drake over the internet by the millions for over a year. And this guy's running around with you, right? On tour or whatever, and he ends up in stuff like this. What if top 5 turns around and blames Drake? You know what I'm saying? You see people like that out there in the world, right? They're gangsters. They troll. They talk about people that have died and all the type of shit online. And they go somewhere and they end up stabbed or some shit. And top 5 seems like, I wouldn't be surprised if top 5 sued Drake. Like, we see that there's people like this in the world, right? Like Drake. How much do people need to beg you just to make better decisions? Just better, not just with the beef, but even the tattoos and the it's. But heal up for top 5. I don't wish this on no man that he got stabbed in the neck. I don't wish it on no man, but I don't think that anybody saw that news and was surprised because he's just outside just acting out crazy, you know. So, but heal up to him, and lucky for him, prayers to him that his life was spared. Okay. Now watch this before we move over to the next topic. The next video that we see a top 5. Chat, do you think it's going to be one where top 5 is going to be a little bit more reserved? Like, you know what? My life flashed before my eyes. I realized how precious life is, you know, and maybe I'm a gangster. I can't just turn that switch off overnight, but you know, let me chill a little bit. Is it going to be that? Or is he going to get on camera taunting his ops? Yeah, you should have killed me, bitch, after you bid. Yeah, wait till. Which one do y'all think it's going to be? Which one do you think it's going to be? We'll see. We'll see. All right. I have another fast one for y'all. Speaking of Drake. Speaking of Drake. This was bugged out to see. Nevada inmates filed a lawsuit against Universal Music Group for $100 million. They claim the music they listen to is causing them to be violent and use drugs. Now, I went and Googled on the side. What did I search here? UMG sued by inmates. Now, UMG's lawsuits against companies. Now, this is UMG this is being the opposite direction. UMG's lawsuits against companies distributing mixtapes to prisons. UMG is suing for. UMG has filed lawsuits against companies like Centric Group and Keefe Group, who sell mixtapes to inmates through prison care packages. The core of the dispute revolves around copyright infringement, with UMG claiming these mixtapes contain unauthorized recordings of their artists' music. Now, we know the mixtape game, right? I thought the mixtape game was dead. You know, like the mixtape era was dead. Piracy came around, the laws of piracy, and these record labels complaining about their music getting sharked from them and them losing sales, and people getting 1 year, 5 year sentences for selling fake albums on the street and all that. The mixtape game died, man. These days, you hear the word or the term mixtape, you know what I just think of? An artist putting out free music, right? But the old school mixtape could have been a collection of studio produced, record label owned songs. Could have been debut of new singles, and that was your mixtape, right? Sometimes you had that. And UMG is suing some of these distributors that are putting together these care packages and sending copywritten materials into these prisons. So you got that in that direction. I guess that makes sense. You know, like yeah. I mean, if they're giving it away for free versus selling it, like, I don't know. I don't want to try to act like I want to get into the weeds or the particulars of that. But to hear that the inmates are suing UMG for $100 million, the core of it would make sense because you say in jail, you're supposed to be rehabilitating, right? Now, everybody wants their music. Everybody wants their movies. Everybody wants their entertainment. But if I'm in jail, and if you want to try to tell me prison is really to reform me, it's really to rehab and rehabilitate my ways and my mental and mature me and evolve me, then maybe I shouldn't be listening to drill music, right? Like let's be honest. You know, like you see all these different programs made to try to calm inmates down and prep them to come back out into society. And I'm not trying to say that that's the true foundation of what prison systems are for. I think they have their own systematic benefits as to why they exist that's way deeper than just rehabbing somebody that broke a law. Okay, that's a whole nother topic. But I could understand the logic behind this guy's in here for doing some demon shit, And while he's serving his time, he's listening to demon music. I get it. Because music definitely influences people. All right, who are we kidding? But for them to turn around and sue UMG for $100 million, claiming that the music did something to them, here we go with this self-accountability thing, man. Like, I'm in here for fucking attempted murder. And while I'm here, I'm going to sue a record label because the music that they produce makes me feel away. Oh, my God. If you could sue for that shit as an inmate, you could definitely sue for that shit as a free man, right? Now, how would y'all feel if y'all found out tomorrow ARP is suing UMG because he played a UMG artist and felt negatively influenced to go harm himself or somebody else? Would you say, where's your self-accountability? Would you say, shit, this is one of the reasons why that parental guidance fucking sticker is on the album? Would you say, nigga, you chose to play? We are at a point now where nobody can, they don't even blame the person for hit and play. You just blame the person that is being played. We totally just skip over the person's accountability at this point in today's society. There's none. There's none. To get a bunch, and how much commissary do you need? $100 million fucking dollars because you are saying somebody's music. Nevada inmates filed a lawsuit against Universal Music Group for $100 million. They claim the music they listen to is causing them to be violent and use drugs. How about this? If you could win a lawsuit like that, then don't you have an alibi for the crimes that you've possibly committed then? Right? If a judge could award me, say, I agree, UMG, like they're liable for the reason why you're doing this shit to people, that would be my fucking alibi then. Music is the reason why I stabbed that man or I shot that man. I ain't gonna say that music doesn't negatively influence people, man, but every day we wake up on this earth, we are blessed to see something new. Just when you think you've seen it all, man. $100 million. Dare I say this might even be inspired by the Kendrick and Drake beef. Oh, word, niggas suing Universal. That's the target. Bet we on their ass too. This is insane, people. This is insane. All right, boxing fans. I'm trying to cover all the stuff that we missed. And one thing that I missed while we were gone for a couple of days is Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis has been released on a $10,000 bond after being arrested in South Florida for misdemeanor domestic violence charges. Okay. What do we got?
Bonding out of jail here for several years. I can tell you that this is a first for me because as Davis was walking out of the Turner Guilford Night Center, he had 3 corrections officers surrounding him, not really allowing reporters to get close to him to ask him questions. That said, I did ask those questions as to his allegations. He is accused of striking his ex-girlfriend, the mother of his children. I asked him about those charges. He refused to answer our questions. You are looking at the mugshot of professional and well-known boxer, 30-year-old Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He was arrested by Miami Beach police early this morning on a warrant for his arrest following an alleged incident that happened in June on Father's Day. In the arrest report we obtained, it states Davis arrived to pick up his children from his ex-girlfriend's Doral home and during that process struck her in the back of the head. An investigator said he then proceeded to slap her on the right side of the face, resulting in a minor laceration to the inner area of her lip. Police said the victim was treated at Baptist Hospital where I have been covering suspects bonding out of jail here. Officers responded, but Davis was nowhere to be found. 4 weeks later, and Miami Beach police would arrest him.
Hey, Devontae, what do you have to say about the charges against you?
Unfortunately, this is not the first time Davis had made headlines for his run-ins with the law involving domestic violence. I tried to speak with him back in 2022 as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail for allegedly hitting his ex-girlfriend outside of his Parkland home, causing injuries to her face.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
In 2020, he was seen on video grabbing his ex-girlfriend by the throat at a celebrity basketball game. While Davis is known for his fights in the ring, it is his fight with the law that he is facing off with once again. And because Davis just bonded out of the Eternal Guilford Night Center just moments ago, we are now planning on reaching out to Miami-Dade Corrections to find out if this is new protocol with their corrections officers as suspects bond out, or was this just preferential treatment? We will be sure to let you know. For now, outside of TGK here in West Miami-Dade, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News. Church responded.
See, the thing with Gervonta, man, is I pray the young man, first and foremost, I hope that he's innocent. You know, I hope he didn't. And I hope that he continues to keep his stuff together. As they say, it's like 30, 31 years old, whatever. He's one of our boxing superstars. The tough thing for Gervonta is he's got a history. Like, he's got all this footage that has already hit the net of him getting into altercations with women, and I'll still say allegedly, even the calls to his home involving BMs and situations and whatnot. And I know often we do the like, where there's smoke, there's fire. When we look at that Diddy video, we say that ain't the first time he hit on a woman. Like, we can tell. And this video that came out, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. Tank and Tank fans, don't get mad at me. This was a TMZ Sports one that we didn't forget. I remembered it when I saw these reports coming. I was like, damn, again, man. But remember this one, y'all? Don't look good. Don't look good. Don't look good. Don't look good, man. Almost faced off with a guy at the end. Yeah, they're gonna do the smoke there's fire thing with Gervonta, because it's just repeat occurrences. Like, look at the title of this video: Gervonta Davis violence case. New video shows attack on XGF. This video has 859,000 views from 5 years ago. 5 years ago. You know what's crazy too is like, when you have the situation with like a Mike Tyson or Gervonta Davis, you look at some of these guys, and let's say allegedly they are woman beaters, allegedly, or allegedly they are the one. I mean, Tyson was convicted of it, right? It's like, on one second you look at him, you be like, yo, he'll beat the shit out of a nigga too. Like, you know, because we look at a man that'll do that to a woman and be like, you's a bitch ass nigga. All these men in the fucking world, and you do that to a fucking woman. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Tyson to do that to anybody, and Gervonta Davis is out here knocking people the fuck out too. It doesn't justify it though. It just makes it look that much more weird. I said that joke or that sarcasm to really set this up. In all seriousness, the picture that gets painted on some of these people is that you just have this aggressive nature. And sometimes when you're born with that aggressive nature, it can take you into a lane of success if it's groomed properly. If you realize that your 3-year-old just always likes to throw his hands and hit shit and punch shit and push people and kick his sister and kick his brother, whatever, you put the boxing gloves on him and you start grooming him to be a fighter. The next thing you know, he's the fucking middleweight champion of the world or some shit. It happens, right? But if you never mature or evolve that same person to be able to balance and control that aggression, that's how they learn how to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, child, adult. It's always going to be physicality involved, or a physical type of threat that's going to be looming. And you just hope that that's not Tank Davis, just the type of guy that's walking around and just like, yo, this is how I make my money. This is how y'all know me. You know, you have to have an aggressive nature to be a fighter, a professional fighter, right? But the moment I step out the ring, that's how I handle all my disputes. You know, so I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. But he's one of our greats right now, and these continued situations popping up on him, I'll throw as much benefit of doubt as we can, even though there's fucking footage and shit, and just say, yo, dude, man, please. We can beg you as much. The people around you got to do it, but then you got to do it for yourself. It's the self accountability thing. You got to do it for yourself. You know, you can't be BM and not, and it be the people closest to you that piss you off the most. Your family members or your baby mama drama and all that type of shit. Those be the ones that piss you off the most. There's a whole superstar out here, man. You made it, man. Call your sister or something to beat them up if need be. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Tank. All right. Y'all ready to play some Tupac? I want to go to Tupac. Y'all know when I say Tupac, I mean Verb, right? I don't know what's going on with Verb, man. Like I'm kicking back, chilling, and word on the street is Verb. He snapped. You know, he broke character and went on some Tupac type rant and shit. I don't know what happened to him, man. I hope he's not losing himself. Like, and if he is, I don't want to be to blame. You know, if he's losing himself or if he's wigging out over there, like I don't want nothing to do with that, man. I really don't. I hope he's okay. But his whole pop shit, you gotta chill out, man. You gotta take a deep breath.
I don't believe it either. He can't be alone, bro. He can't.
He can't.
He's not like that.
He's never had to be. Okay, so explain it. Look, explain this for all you gangsters and thugs and half-ass niggas that try to stay out the way and all that bitch-ass shit. Do any of y'all have a police? Any nigga that has came to my house tripping, I got after. Got after. No police escorts. But this blood that goes around battle rap telling y'all he a gangster ain't did shit to nobody by himself. Steals money, lies, block shit for everybody, threaten you, hoe ass. You niggas is such hoes. He threatened y'all. He got a bitch-ass partner with him. ARP, throw bags and bodies in St. Louis, and I bet you stop playing like that, nigga.
Damn.
Don't be a keyboard gangster, AR. Go see for yourself. Go see the movie, nigga. Don't be a keyboard gangster. Don't tweet from your room. You got your money from a real estate agent in your family. Stop playing. Just go out there and go see what's up. Hey, check it out, AR. Trust holler. Trust holler words.
Okay.
Any nigga that been in the city with me, they know what's up with me.
Damn.
Wherever you want to go. I can go to the corner stores and hang out and shoot dice in front of the stores.
I don't want to. I don't want to shoot dice in front of the store.
ARP.
What?
Bags and bodies. Back that bitch ass nigga. Back that nigga. Back that and go out there and see what it is.
Bitch ass nigga? Damn.
Don't wear your cardinal cap on camera.
I'm not.
Throw an event there.
Why?
I got to throw an event. Throw an event.
To.
And I bet you stop playing with me. I bet you stop playing with me. I bet you do. They gonna come say something to you. What you mean?
Not even playing.
You think Holla can stop something for you? He can't stop a bitch ass thing.
I think
he can't stop nothing for himself. I used to stop his smoke. What you talking about?
I believe you.
Y'all all got his food in backwards.
I don't.
Y'all are kneeling to a nigga because he got views that he buys. I just showed y'all that the other day. Didn't I buy some views, y'all?
Word?
He ain't never went live and opened that camera and show his real YouTube views. Not a screenshot.
Everybody's always got to open some numbers for him, huh?
He never went live here. He does not do views anywhere that he can't buy them at. Where?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you some real shit, Verb. The reason why them niggas don't play with views and they don't really want to get too hostile with it, he tried, but because I own them views with this nigga. All them, he ain't never promote shit. Him and Cal, that's my shit. Him and Geechee, that's my shit. Him and Mook coming up, that's my shit.
Who's that?
Him and motherfucking who else was it?
Who's that?
Easy to Block, that's my shit. Them all my promotion, my views. I did all that for him. He ain't did shit.
Well, me and Geechee, me and his smoke doing him and Geechee made that with him. That was damn.
And you too, no taking away. Easy views with this nigga.
Who's that? So who's that said that him and Cal views is my shit? Now I have Hitman vs. Calico on the RBE channel. Who's that said that's their shit? What is it? What does he mean that he's responsible for the views? What am I missing?
All them.
Who are you hanging around? Who was in the space with him saying that they're responsible for the? They just hold on, bring that back. Somebody just said that they ran down pretty much all his like Hollis' last 5 battles, and they claim responsibility for the views of them. Who the fuck is that? What is all this weird shit going on in this space?
He ain't never. He can't buy him it. Where?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you some real shit, Verb. The reason why them niggas don't play with views and they don't really want to get too hostile with, he tried, but because I own them views with this nigga. All them, he ain't never promote shit. Him and Cal, that's my shit. Him and Geechee, that's my shit. Him and Mook coming up, that's my shit. Him and motherfucking
him and Mook coming up.
Who else was it? Easy to Block, that's my shit.
What?
Them on my promotion, my views. I did all that for him. He ain't did shit.
That's Chrome 23, RBE, TBL coming up. Like, what? Is this a bird? Who are you hanging out with, Verb? What is this?
Well, me and Geechee, me and his smoke doing him and Geechee what made that was damn.
And you too, no taking away. You definitely a big part of the
No, Nez, I am the part of it. Ain't no getting questions because I'm the only nigga he responds to. He can't respond to nobody else. He can't respond to nobody, so I am the big part. He can't respond to nobody else because he refuses to. He needs this traction. But answer this, blood. Now let's play this game. Which one of you hoe ass niggas? Let's see who played the game first. Let's just see. Here's a question. He did not call the police for cinnamon when people broke into the house. But he's on paperwork calling for a police escort when one person was in front of his house in a blue ring. Cinnamon
and they gotta add too. What made him call the cops?
But look, check this out though. This is in paperwork. These ain't my thoughts. This is in paperwork. He saw a man in front of his house and panicked, drove to a gas station, and had them follow him home.
You gotta be careful with Verb. I heard Verb tell a story that after like the first time I booked him, maybe the Adi Boom battle, he said I tried to pay him with my chain. Yo, this is when, pardon me if I sound like, because he's so insane, he's so crazy, he just freestyles and makes shit up. I think the reason why he told that story is because I think he was trying to get ahead when he saw that, oh, this nigga ARP might just roll out a whole bunch of shit on me. I think he was trying to get ahead if I ever told that story. And I swear on everything I love, right? I would never, of all the battle rappers I've ever booked, why a Verb, who Adi Boom battle was, I believe we showed the contract, I believe it was $1,500, right? Why would I have him booked for $1,500 and try to pay him with my chain when we already told the story of when he comes into the club? He asked me, yo, am I good? Am I going on stage because nobody's here? And everybody knows the story of me and Shata taking like a $7,000 loss for our first event, the whole snow weekend and everything, the same weekend as EBL. We was Saturday, they was Sunday and all that. Like, and I had to pay. So you're the only person that I needed to pay with jewelry. Everybody got their money that day, but Verb I offered to pay with my chain for some reason. So I think the reason why I tried to get ahead of that story is because we was upstairs by the VIP room or the green room in Club Tron, and I don't even want to clown him because it's like a corny story, but we was just upstairs just politicking after the event, and he reached out and he touched my chain. He was just like, "Oh, what's this? That's nice," and he asked me how much it cost. And I said something funny to him, sarcastic. And I was just like, man, I can't tell you how much it costs because then you're going to start counting my pockets. Like, it was like a funny moment between us. But then he gets in spaces literally 10 years later and says, he tried to pay me with his chain. This guy is sick. Yo, you got something going on, man. And I'm not even using that story. That's not even something to clown with. Like, that's a corny story to me. Like, he's got something wrong with him. But anyway, what I really want to focus on with this particular space was I just didn't expect Verb to get to this point of like where I see him crack, because as much as I know he's hurting inside of, just his life, where he is as a man, where he is success wise, I feel like he's always still trying to put that fake face on for the public, right? He's like, ain't no pressure. So to see him get into spaces and crack like this and go Tupac and just throw an event, throw bags and bodies in St. Louis, ARP, like what? Like, why does Verb always ask for shit that's never gonna happen? All right, I'm walking around 6'1", 210, and he'll say some shit like, ARP, box me at 185 on camera on pay-per-view. I'm like, ain't nobody losing 25 pounds for you, and ain't nobody fucking pay-per-view boxing you. I don't want to put a finger on Verb anyway. Like, he's always saying some shit that's not gonna happen. Like, yo, Holla, tell Nick Cannon, cut the cameras on. And it's like, Holla wants your location. He just wants to pull up on you. Like, that's as regular as it gets. You want to do this whole fiasco with the lights and the pay-per-view. That's the out. That's the out. That's the whole, I don't really want to battle him, but I'll do it if you pay me $250,000. Like, he's always took Verb. You got to chill out, man. Like, are you okay? Are you all right? You got to really calm down with this whole come to St. Louis and I'll take you there and I'll roll the dice with you in front. I don't want to go stand in front of the corner store and roll dice, man. And I don't want to do a fucking battle rap event in St. Louis to prove something to you. Now, if you wanted me to be a little bit more serious, right? If I went to St. Louis, I would tap in with a bunch of people that fuck with me, and it would just be that, right? I would probably be there with a bunch of people that don't fuck with you and a bunch of niggas that really, really move out there and got all different types of wild ass reputations and really give it up like that. And it would be what it would be. But the pressure and the onus ain't on me to come out of retirement and do a battle rap event in St. Louis. Like, you're the one that's saying your league is on the way. You do the event in St. Louis, buddy, because that's where you're from, right? I think that Verb really, really should show the world what he's going to do in St. Louis, because he had an event that he was booked for that wasn't even in a stronghold of where Holla or Verb is from. And he canceled it to avoid Hitman Holla. Wasn't one of them in Atlanta? Something like, what was it, the Av battle? You canceled it. And then you did spaces saying you're suing Nick Cannon for lost wages. So why the fuck are you trying to tell people where they need to battle or whatever? You were already booked to be somewhere and you canceled it and then did spaces saying you're suing for lost wages. What's wrong with you? Hello? Hello? Are you okay? This nigga is sick. Yo, Pac gotta chill, B. I don't know why you on there screaming. Bet you won't play with me if you go to St. Louis. I don't have no business in St. Louis right now, man. If I did, I would go. Like, you want me to book in throw bags and bodies in St. Louis? What's wrong with him, man? Damn, so like you just getting worse and worse and worse. Your mental and your whole psyche being is degrading in front of us. The lying, the reaching, the overdoing it, the ranting, the creation of just random stories, and how much your jealousy and your obsession is just showing in certain things. It's just like, I really don't want, all jokes aside, like if you have a full meltdown, I really, really don't want to be involved. And I know they'd be like, nigga, you did fucking 15 days straight talking about him. I was really defending myself. All right, let's be clear. Everything I did was exposing why he was being a fuck nigga. All right, but if you are on this trajectory of continuing to have this mental breakdown because you were just looking around and you hate where you are as a person and as a man, I don't want nothing to do with that. I really don't want shit to do with your fucking meltdown, B. I don't.
For the last 2 years, Wildin' Out star Hitman Holla has been harassing me uncontrollably. He has threatened my life, and that's documented. He even dissed my mother on stage for cancer. Mr. Nick Cannon, I reached out to you. I asked you, make him stop, Nick. I asked, Nick, you leave me no choice but to go to the authorities, Nick. How can you be a black man and employ a gang member? On a child-friendly show, Nick, he has assaults on him, Nick. He's done things to people, Nick, and you keep on putting them on your stage. I don't think that's good for your brand. I can't walk around like this.
DNA 2.
God damn it, Nick. Nick, that mother, he's done so much evil to me, Nick. I thought he had turned over a new leaf. But that demon's still in him, ain't it, Nick? Y'all better figure out what to do with it. You might want to, somebody or something needs to suck the demon out that shell, because I don't know what, Nick, you're on a child-friendly show, Nick. You have a gangbanger that is threatening me and harassing me and spitting on my name, man. A gangbanger. For the last 2 years, Wildin' Out star Hitman.
Yo, Verb, man, you just gotta pick a side of the street, man. Like, all jokes aside, you gotta pick who you want to be. Do you want to be the defender? Do you want to be the attacker? Do you want to, like, there's just certain words that just can't come out of your mouth. Like he said, oh, for a year he's harassed me. Like, you know how many videos and spaces I've listened to this man talk about the mother now of Hitman's son, you know, getting and there's been shit said in Verb's direction too, but you just can't claim harassment when you are a player, you know. And this is the bitch shit that I don't understand. Like, street niggas should never do certain things. People that play in the game should never do certain things. You know, like, you should never be in MTV Wildin' Out or Nick Cannon or trying to get people arrested or doing skits wearing a police officer badge and you out here threatening. You should never be asking people to box if you won't even pull up to your own battle to pick up your back end. Like, you should never be asking people or threatening people or telling people, yo, throw an event in St. Louis and I bet you this will happen, blah, 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 if you haven't thrown an event in where you're from, right? You should never be on Holla's heels talking about, it's always we, you never do nothing on your own. But then in your audio, in that space right there, you say, ARP, go to St. Louis. I bet you they will say something to you. You didn't say I will meet you there. You didn't say a Verb will meet ARP in St. Louis. You didn't say that. You said they, plural, people, the same shit. Once again, you try to put on Holla. It's weird. This is, you're a walking contradiction, and your weird levels are through the roof. B, I don't really want nothing to do with it. You know what I hear when I listen to, other than his meltdown and how crazy and bad of a position I could see through and see that he's in right now, I just mean, like, just where he is in life, right? You know what I hear when I really listen to his fucking rant? When I listen to his rant, I don't know why this popped into my mind. Maybe it's just me.
Now I'm about to pull my motherfucking whips out. I'm about to show y'all what my crib looks like, and I'm about to roll with my niggas and smack niggas
17 acres.
Ray J! That's what I'm talking about.
You guys, come on. We don't want anything. We don't want anything to happen.
Ray,
though, for
stay
real.
out of jail, Ray. You know, hopefully we can squash this out.
Blank. I don't give a fuck
Calm down, bro.
about nothing but making money, making good product. I create my own TV shows. All my cars is paid for.
I do all the views.
Is paid for. I got pink slips on every one of my whips. You can come
17 acres.
I'm stamping all this shit. Charlamagne,
A Porsche with no $600 battery.
We go way back. So he know when I call him,
Automotion.
I'm gonna give him the exclusive shit. And I'm tired of playing games with these niggas. When I see Fab, he know what it is.
When you do an event in St. Louis,
he gonna call up to the Breakfast Club.
Y'all don't hear it? It's the same shit.
Damn. All right, Ray. Ray, we appreciate you calling in, Ray. Ray, don't go get locked up, Ray. Do
Yeah,
not
Ray,
get
they
locked
calm
up,
down,
Ray.
just stay in the house.
Got locked up today. Already got locked up.
But don't get locked up again, Ray.
Go smoke something, Ray. Go smoke something and calm down, brother.
I'm ready for this nigga, man.
All right.
Straight up. Bitch ass nigga.
Thank you, Ray.
Man, I
Appreciate
hate
you
to see
calling,
people
mama.
so mad like that. I don't want Ray J
You know
to
what
do
I'm
nothing
saying? This
crazy.
nigga want to talk shit. I was with Puff last night, and I said, Puff, he said, listen, if anybody talk shit about me, I'm going to smack them niggas in the face. And I said, you know what? You right. If Crew can't squash this, then it's over.
Now we gonna squash it. We need this to end peacefully.
Whack and squash this is over.
We gonna make that happen.
We gonna squash this.
Charlamagne, Envy, Angela Yee, I promise you, I'm going to have Fab call up there, and he's going to apologize to the Breakfast Club. He's going to apologize to me for being a broke-ass, bitch-ass nigga. I got 6 Rolls Royces outside, 2 bitches.
17 this got to end peacefully, Ray.
I'm playing games with this shit, nigga.
And I like Ray J a lot, so you're right.
Fuck this nigga.
Talk to him, Pop.
Fuck that whole team, nigga. I'm going to smack the shit out that bitch-ass
Now,
nigga.
we're going to try to get Fab on the line and squash this.
Nigga, get Fab on the line right now. I'll smack the shit out that nigga.
You can't smack him over the phone, Ray.
On the phone that like niggas, and they going to rape that nigga. Bring that nigga over and stick it in that nigga booth.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That might align with him too. Little, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, Verb. I listened to your Pac rant, your Spaces rant, and my mind went to Ray J's rant. Maybe I'm the only person. You know, if I'm the only person, I apologize. As a man, I apologize. But my mind went to the Ray J shit. Oh man, Pagedale. Speaking of Pagedale, shout out to St. Louis for real. No troll, no sarcasm. I know some people in St. Louis, man, but I'm getting more and more familiar with people from Pagedale. Trying to learn.
I'm mad at Verb. This the key coming out.
Now, nigga, you can make a joke out that shit all you want, but why in the fuck was you not supposed to be at that battle, bro? This was during the time where it was funky, you know, it was Midwest movement. You dig? Arsenal and St. Louis was into it bad. Arsenal was doing blogs and shit, saying, Nelly, suck a dick, Chingy, eat a dick. Nigga, fuck St. Louis, fuck Beiber, all that. So Hitman Holla finna battle him. And nigga, you don't beat her. Number one, you was scared. Yes, you was scared. You was fucking scared. Because you ain't want no real action. Number two, you didn't think he was going to beat Arsenal or even compete with him. So your bitch ass didn't show up then. Just like he was a hoe when we was younger. It's a hoe shit now.
From the west side, you from Hazelwood, so throw up your H, bitch, and rip that.
Now, who the fuck? How in the fuck? First of all, a nigga what to throw up and rep. And you got motherfuckers talking about you from Paydale, nigga, you from Elwood. No, you doing videos with a bunch of niggas. Verb has nobody from Paydale with him.
Not a one.
You didn't get your ass beat by just when y'all was little. He beat your ass when we was in school. Then he tapped your ass when we was grown. With him.
Not a one.
You didn't get your ass beat by just when y'all was little. He
I'm mad at
Shout out to this Bud Cuz page. See, I don't know who this is. I'm learning. I'm researching this page, and shout out to him, man. Seems to be a true Pagedale native. So as I'm on his page, I'm just learning, just looking around, because this is where he's always, this Chaz, the dope fiends know me. I'll go ARP, I'll take you there right now. I could shoot dice in front of the store. But if I listen to Pagedale people, I'm just curious what they're saying.
This what a Pagedale video look like. This boy rapping on the block, he don't even know where he at. Now when he refer to me with some real shit. No faking.
Real shit. I got a partner from a little oak I came up with. We both from the hood, both didn't have fathers. I like story the same shit. Except I chose to be famous and he chose the gang shit. Doing that gang shit that Heron got him. And it changed him. When he's sober, he see me and it's a head nod. When he high, he nodding off looking at me like a stranger. So you can sit on stage and lie and spit your nice raps. You trying to win a battle. I'm trying to win my nigga's life back.
Cap. I call cap.
First battle you was in, you lost it. This one ain't gonna be too different. Versus Bud Cuz was Rachel Ray. Nigga, why the fuck would you step in the Hell's Kitchen?
Didn't the man just say I beat him? You trying to get my life back, but you riding around with him. Quit fucking faking.
I'm from Page motherfucking Dale, nigga. Bike. This nigga holla ain't no blood. He more like Superman. He losing his powers. Page Dale in the house. He around too much kryptonite. Damn. Hey, look. I heard this nigga murder some nigga named Birdie using all C's. So since holla blood, I'ma murder this nigga using all B's. Look, basically, you little bitch. You done bumped heads with a beast. What?
You know, I never seen this battle before. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to dude. This is when battle rap was real gutter, huh? So you got this dude right here. Shout out to him claiming Crip, and he's battling Holla, and he talking about all that blood and Crip stuff all the way back then. So Holla really was active and had that rep. So you pulled up the page there on your blood shit battling Crips. I get that to you, Holla. All right. Take a man to do that. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but
Regardless of the battle, your boss couldn't fade mine if they was made from barber clippers or bleach. Bottom line, betting your bread was bullshit, but we keeping it brief, cause if me and Hollow so happen to beef, I'ma dump the Beretta and blow his blood on his peaks with his brains in the street, looking like some overcooked hamburger meat. If you ask me, fuck this old floss flagging, bragging, broadcasting, begging, bootlegging bum that's lying about the business when it come to buying blowing the bricks. He just mad cause I baked the brakes off his Barbie down model bitch. She'll fasten my belt buckle and went buck wild on my dick. Nigga, fuck his big homies and his background. I'm deep frying this nigga without the chick in the batter. I dump the barrel, break the bones of your back, bust open your bladder. Scorpion this nigga. If he don't come here, he get stabbed in his chest with a harpoon. I catch him in a beano from the blind side and brutally beat him.
These your page deal, Cass. So who you talking about looking out for?
What's up with it, y'all? It's O's, man. We just touched down in the loop, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with my nigga Beiber.
Oh, the one who your page deal niggas beating.
Interesting. Shout out to Paigedale. Shout out to Paigedale. If I ever came out of retirement and for some reason I wanted to do an event in St. Louis, this is one person I might reach out to. I might tap in with this Bud Cuz person. You know, I got to do a little bit more homework on Bud Cuz and see what's the history between you and him, because he's got a lot of stuff on his page talking about you. But I'll leave that alone. Y'all in the chat saying Verb is hilarious. Verb, yeah, Verb need to go check his pulse or check his fucking his blood pressure. B, like he's raging in that space. I bet you. Damn, Verb, I ain't hear you out of character like that in a while, man. You must really be a. I'll close out like this, Verb. You know what I can see, right? Verb, you are the guy that always parades, and you deserve some of the credit of being one of the first, opening some of the doors, Midwest movement, Mount Rushmore candidate, one of the best ever. And those are really your accolades. You really are a battle rap legend and a Hall of Famer. Like, you really are. And I think he looks around and he has nothing to show for it. You know, it's one thing to be a battle rapper and say, yeah, I came in and get my bookings here and there, make $1 here, $1 there, cool. I do it on the side, a couple $1,000 a battle, whatever, pay some bills, cool. But Verb is very big about his battle rap reputation, right? Like if Hitman does a space breaking down Verb's legacy or his resume or his wins and losses, or is he a god tier, you see Verb cuts on a space immediately. That shit triggers him. I know it triggers him if you talk about his legacy. Even how he birthed the name Island God. Like, I want to be on this island by myself. And I think all the way he looks in the mirror and sees I've done all of this in and for battle rap as well as other rappers, etc. But I have not. I think that is one of the most brutally painful things that he's living through right now. I do. All bullshit aside, I think that's the type of reason why, you know, when I'm telling him, yo, I might get Hitman versus Big K or Ill Will on this card with you and Moot. And he's like, no, wait. He can't make more than me. He ain't never did nothing for me. Or if Gerald calls and be like, yo, what's going on with? Yo, I don't know. But him and I'm gonna tell you this, I would freeze that for hold on, because I think that's why. You know, I played the clips of him saying, oh, wait, Norbs got paid. Oh, no, I need a shit. Oh, he's not even a rapper. You see that? Those are triggers. Norbs got some money and he don't rap, allegedly. Those are triggers. I played the audio for y'all, right? I really think that's another reason why he's on this whole suing thing for like the last 12 months. I'm going to sue URL. I'm going to sue Beasley. I'm going to sue Chill. I'm going to sue TBL. I'm going to sue Nick Cannon. I'm going to sue Hitman Holla. I'm going to sue ARP. I'm going to sue this person. I'm going to sue that person. I think that's why, man. Like, I think he just is at a point in life where he doesn't have anything to show for it. And I think it's a midlife crisis for him. It's a fucking midlife crisis, man. Hey, man, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, nobody's forcing you to cancel your battles, man. You should keep booking, keep pulling up, getting your bags, put on your classic performances, do your thing. You've earned your position in battle rap, and nobody's trying to prevent you from being who you are in battle rap, you know? So do your thing, homie, but I could see into your soul. And I see why you're burning inside, man. It's one of those sad cases. It is, man, you know. Anyway, his family gave him money. His family gave him real estate money, whatever. Nigga, that would be a good thing. He's screaming. If it were true, it'd be a good thing. It's not, but if it was true, it would be good. I'll get up here and claim it and say, people, don't let that. That's a good thing. Like, like family wealth is some of the best wealth to develop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking Black Wall Street level, but that's a beautiful thing. Like, if I could take some money and affect my next of kin and down the road, generally, that would be a good thing. Stupid. Somebody need to do that for you, because when you need $600, you're not calling nobody in your family. You know who you got to call? Me. Damn, bruh. The truth hurts. You project a lot. I think even if that was true, I think that you would be jealous of that too. Like, ARP's getting money out of his family. Like, that's the place to get money though, right? But he's getting money out of his family. I think you're projecting because you don't have any family to go to in your time of need. You got to call a league owner, and the league owner tell you like, hey, man, look, man, I'm gonna turn this 600 to 1,200 if you need it, because I'm going into my own pocket, and you still got to do that. Opposed to being able to have somebody that you're related to or that loves you in your corner that you can call and say, I need help. You have to call a league owner when you need help. You're burning inside, and I see through you, B. Like, you see that bear brick right there? I've decoded you a long time ago, B. And that's why I don't want no problem with you, man, because I feel like you're melting down in front of all of us right now, and you're showing it. You talk one way, but we see the real. Like, you've been decoded, B. Really been decoded. Oh, man. Shout out to Verb, man. Sad. Max B. Max B is a protected name. We love Max B. Free to wave, right? Free to Silver Surfer. I hate when negativity comes on Max B's name like this. Wack isn't the first person to do this. Once again, Wack is just a guy that talks a lot of shit. Sometimes he's right, a lot of times he's wrong, a lot of times he's content and full of shit, but he keeps running this on Max B. And I know Wack, I feel like deep down inside, you do like to target New York a little bit. I feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he don't go at his own West Coast natives. But you do got a little thing there with fucking New York people. This Max B thing, man. As a street nigga Wack, you're supposed to show the work instead of being up here talking like this. But check this out.
Keep this in mind in case you're ever thinking of involving yourself in a murder conspiracy. Max B did not go on the mission. He just provided the information about the target to his brother.
So here it goes. Time goes by, Max get a time to, from like 80 to 20 or something like that.
Yeah, they're chopping it
so
down.
This when it comes to me. So we running it. We see where we got the paperwork because we found an appeal where he gave him the information on the chick. That was a violation. We seen that. But then it was a sealed file, right? I said, so some in this sealed file. They're claiming he got his time knocked down because of the inconsistency of counsel, right? So next thing you know, everybody always asks, Wack, how do you? They call me, right? I get a call from prison. Pooh Sims, who are you? I'm Max B brother. Okay, what's up, Max? Why? What you want? He said, man, they was telling me this. What you think I need to do? I said, it's a sealed file there, bro. I said, whatever secret's in that sealed file, only you can get it though, because you're in there, it's your case. This 6 months ago. He called me today. What's your address? What you got? He said, bro, Wack, you was right. I said, what you mean? He said, when dude came back, he put everything on me. Said, I did everything. He put everything on me. That's how he got his time knocked down.
Wow.
Right? So he said, I'm sending you the paperwork so you have it. And boom, this just on the way to no jumper.
Wow.
Look, this shit bad.
Okay, so the new information you about to send me I just forgot that nigga name. What's his man name? Good.
I'm a mail it to you. I'm a mail it to you, man, and then I'm gonna definitely give you a call, and we definitely gonna figure this out. And I gotta call my lawyer real quick before he leaves.
Okay, yeah. So this Pooh, look. So you saying the new information he gave them, they can use against you if you go back on appeal, overturn it. They can use the new information to rebook you.
Yeah, they can use the new information because this is testimony that he gave them when he went back and got resentenced. So you know. This shit crazy, man.
All right, well, send me
for some shit I ain't do. You know I ain't did it, man, and you gonna go lie to these people, man. So I'm gonna definitely shoot you the information.
Send me that new work.
Shoot you the information.
Send it to me, bro.
I got you, so we can.
So they called me.
What
a. They called me. Yo, Wack, man. If he would just get back to following street codes with this whole snitch thing, man. It's content. It's great content for No Jumper. And we not doing that to Max B until we see paperwork, right? We're not supposed to do that to any man until we see paperwork, right? Now, when he actually did it to the person involved themselves, he got checked. Check this one out.
What did it say about the police?
Everything that you always said, like, whatever.
I ain't never said nothing about the police. I don't talk about that shit. I don't have to prove myself. I'm Freeway Rick Ross. Neck told on me. What the fuck they talking about? They don't read. You got people, you listening to people who don't read and don't know nothing about the law.
Okay.
My connection set me up.
Okay, so I can remember what they was reading. They was reading something, and my man had it, right? And it was something about something in Ohio. You had something going on in Ohio?
I got arrested in Ohio.
Yeah, something about Ohio. That other dude name who I didn't heard you mention, that was working with the government, Clint, whatever that dude name.
Blandone.
Yeah, Blandone allegedly plugged you with somebody in New York, and you gave them up. I don't know. Listen, they read it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me tell you something. there's no way possible that there's anybody on the planet that I could have told on that wouldn't have came forward as public as I am right now, that wouldn't come forward and say, hey, Rick told on. I went to court. It was in the newspaper.
Well, nah, fuck the newspaper, because the newspaper could be manipulated.
But where they gonna get the paperwork from?
Well, all paperwork is public record. You know that, unless it's sealed.
Where they gonna get it from, though?
Well, I'm gonna hit dude because 600 of them got it. I'm gonna hit dude and get it.
600 ain't got it. 600 call me all the time. What is you talking about?
Bullshit.
600 ain't got no. Hold on, let me call 600 right now. Where my phone at?
Because he was there with me when they brought it. Call him. Yeah. I don't know why this nigga ain't answering.
But that's something you could have got that out the newspaper.
I don't acknowledge newspapers. I just don't.
But you would not. Who is the dude that had the paperwork? Call the dude who had the paperwork.
But you know what?
Yeah, but you shouldn't be sparing gossip though, homie.
That ain't gossip. They ready.
No, that's gossip. What you saying is straight.
I'm trying to tell you.
What you saying though is straight gossip, homie.
They ready.
You know they don't even do that in the hood.
Listen, they ready, bro. Like, what the fuck you want?
They should have handed you the paperwork. You should have got the paperwork. They should have handed you the paperwork in your hand.
Hold on, let's get 600 on it.
I'm just telling you, use logic sense though. If it was somebody that I had told on, he'd already came public and said that Rick told on me. Just like the dude did with Meech.
Damn.
It's the Ohio
Meech
dude
got to catch a stray.
and New York dude.
When I went to Ohio, I went to court by myself. Let me see what they say about the police.
Everything that you always said.
Yeah, whack, man. Like, I thought it was really supposed to be a order of process, like paperwork, and then even that is changing. Where they used to say you get killed of calling somebody a snitch without the paperwork, right? It's the other way around now. The accusation, it's the impact of social media, right? The accusation comes, and then it's like damn near the other person has to prove that they're not a snitch. You know, it's backwards now. You street people need to get that together, man. Whack, you need to get that together. Use a whole power rule, man. You gotta get that together because it just comes off as gossip. Now, for us, we're gonna enjoy it, and we smart enough to not just jump out the window every time we hear Whack speak about something. We understand he's also up there on No Jumper delivering content, right? But not everybody interprets content the right way. Somebody will see that clip and say, "Oh shit, Max B is a rat." That's how it goes, and that's fucked up to do. That's fucked up to do. I don't know if Max B is a totally clean person as far as anything that he did cooperation wise. I don't know that. But if somebody got some paperwork to show us, we shall read it and we shall interpret it. If not, just these random accusations or somebody that's disgruntled or somebody that didn't get something or somebody that's mad. I'm telling y'all people, the world is breeding averbs at a rapid rate, and that's not supposed to come off like, oh, it's a random stray. I really mean it. The world is breeding averbs by the minute. It's a lot of people that's moving into their mid-30s, their latter 30s, their 40s. They fucked up. They realizing like, okay, all the things that I had goals set for myself when I was young, they're now out of reach. It's too late for me to develop that career now or figure that out now. I'm 40 now, you know? And then you start looking around and you see certain people doing well or other things, and opportunities come your way. They don't work out. I was supposed to do this. It didn't work. I wanted to try to do this. It didn't work. And people's desperation gets higher and higher and higher the older and older that they get. And it's breeding a cesspool of opportunists that don't even, especially the ones that are supposed to be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a gangster has a whole different set of rules now because these people is fucked up. They are fucked up, man. I don't know, man. I'm just watching the evolution of these people out here. And as long as you still try to stand on some of the original nature of what certain things are supposed to be, then you good. Don't try to be the next Whack 100. Don't try to be the next Verb. It just ain't the way to go. Real quick, this one I saw. I wonder if this eliminates a chop of his lawsuits, his civil lawsuits, because coming off of Diddy's verdict, that's one thing that he obviously will be dealing with for many years to come. All of his civil lawsuits. Okay. Some he's already had dismissed. Some will continue to get dismissed. Some will move forward. Some he may lose. Some he may settle on. Who knows? But there's just so fucking many of them. But peep this. A judge dismissed the R claims in April Lampros lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, ruling the alleged 1990s incidents fall outside of the statute of limitations. One claim that Combs groped and forcibly kissed her around 2000 to 2001 will move forward. Lampros' lawyer plans to depose Combs within 60 days. His team called the ruling a significant narrowing of the case through Combs still faces other lawsuits and an October sentencing for unrelated charges. Everything we know about the case is at the link in bio. Cool. So statute of limitation. Like if I just Google it on the side, what is the statute of limitations for? I'm gonna type it out, but I ain't gonna say it for R. And let's pick a state. Where does he live out? He stays alive in Miami. Let's say Miami. In Miami. All right, Miami, Florida. In Miami, Florida, the statute of limitations for most R cases, also known as sexual battery, is 8 years from the date of the offense, provided the victim was 16 or older at the time. For cases involving victims under 16, there is no statute of limitations, meaning charges can be filed at any time. That's good. At least protect the children for how the rest of their life. Like if this happens to you when you're 11, you get older and whatever, like fuck you. If you did that to a little kid, fuck you. Even 16 feels like it should be moved out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna still keep a statute of limitation for something as disgusting as R, right? But anyway, nonetheless, 8 years. So you want to assume that a lot of these lawyers that are filing these civil suits on them know the fucking law and know this based on where they're filing, and are realizing like I can't file this or I can file this, and you're gonna have a bunch of bullshit that's gonna change as well. As even though Diddy's a disgusting person, let's say the allegation is false, somebody will just change the year. Somebody just be like, no, this wasn't at the party in 2001. It was at the party in 2018. You were there? Yeah, I was there, and this happened. I was upstairs. It was me, Jay-Z, Diddy, and a celebrity woman who shall go unnamed. And yeah, after the awards show, this is what they did to me. You know, everybody's outside right now. That's just the nature of the beast. But this judge narrows things for him for some of his shit, provided if some of these lawyers will actually, and this is what happens here, filing shit that's outside of statute of limitations. Oh, well, all right. Joy. I kind of saw this coming. Not in this form where it feels like you're kind of like trimming all this fat around all these different edges. I don't know how strong of a show, how much ratings the show Speak had, but look at this. Joy Taylor has been let go by Fox Sports. Fox cancels 3 shows, including Speak, a show that Taylor co-hosted with Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson. Remember when the NFL had that for a second, right? Or was that ESPN related? I forget. Might have been ESPN related, where a bunch of shows got chopped. We saw people like Jalen Rose lose his spot, and a bunch of people that were doing some pretty good analysis and some good sports shows. But Joy has had that situation, right? And is it like at least 6 months old at this point? And I just never saw her situation getting fully rectified where it would just be 5 years from now, we would see her in the same spot. I didn't, because it involved people that are in higher ups, right? And allegations of, yeah, well, if he don't agree to do this, or if I can't get into this spot or whatever, I'm just gonna put this on him. And that was some nasty shit. If it was true, you know, all that shit coming out on her, like, yeah, she was doing this with this guy to get over in this spot while she was married and all that. She had a lot of ugly allegations on her, right? And this is corporate America, man. You're in front of teenagers and children, and you're talking about sports. It's not going to fly. and her being able to remain there off and on the show as long as she did, this almost feels to me like they found a way to cut cost while also trimming liability at the same time. And what companies don't figure out how to do shit like that in corporate America? You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about the Shannon Sharp alleged issues that he was having that was breaking in some of the news, that they're trying to figure out a way to part ways, right? Step downs and I'm retiring. Bullshit. You're getting pushed out the door, but they don't want a lawsuit while they push you out, for illegal firing or firing without due process or due cause or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Shannon Sharps of the world still deserve his day in court, just like anybody else, right? But in the meantime, we still got this brand to protect, right? And the public wasn't just gonna sweep under the rug that Joy Taylor shit. Now does she pop up on other shows now? Does other people take interest in her? I mean, I don't know. I always thought that she was very, very strong in her sports analysis. She knows sports. She knows her thing. She's attractive, which is good for any show. You bring in a whole male demographic with you. You know what I'm saying? Heavy chested girl. So before she got in trouble and they made her clean up, there's always the cleavage and the long hair and all that. And it works. It fits. It adds to the ratings. And then she actually does a good job. These are the people that can maneuver through the industries and be successful as shit. You got the talent, you got the looks, you all, it works. But you go through what you just went through, it becomes a situation where do other people want to touch you? Or does time heal it? Are you so in demand that people will just let time heal it, and then we'll see you back on another show 2, 3, 4 years from now? Like when you look at like a Shannon Sharp, do you expect him to get, like, if he departs right now from ESPN, do you expect to see Shannon Sharp on another major network like that, on a major show 2 years from now, post departure of ESPN? I would bet no. But the safety net for somebody like Shannon Sharp is he's already gotten a strong following in the podcast space, which means he could technically just go independent for the rest of his life. He's already made a ton of money. He may continue to make a ton of money in the podcast space, right? So he's got a dope backdrop right there. But the Joys of the world and the Shannon Sharps of the world, from a branding and an image standpoint, you get into something like this and you just be hurt forever. But all right. All right, I got do I have another one? No, I'm closing out like that, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I could tell y'all, about where I was for the last couple of days, just to make sure nobody's still mad at me. I promised y'all, unless it's something critical, scheduling wise, something I really got to jump to super early in the morning, or if I'm away, that's really the only time I really want to be away from the podcast. Other than that, we really try to be here 7 days a week. But I went to Cabo. I realized how popular Cabo is right now when I got to the gate. I was just like, oh, okay. It's up like that. Beautiful trip though. I went to the Rio. Is it Rio Santa Fe or whatever? Because it's like 2 or 3 of them like close to each other, right? But at the Rio that I was at, it's got this big outdoor pool club inside the resort, right? Which is a good and a bad thing. Okay. So you got a lot of people that's coming to the resort because of the party atmosphere that club creates. It's like Dreas in Vegas, right? Like that's a whole hotel, but inside the hotel, there's this big ass popping club that everybody still wants to go to. That's how it was with the Rio, and they got these themed parties almost every day of the week. They got like a neon party. They got a all white party. They the pools, they're always running the foam, so it's like the foam pool party, so it brings that attraction, like that rave and shit too, like. But I think it's pros and cons, man. I never went to a club before and was able to walk back home in 5 minutes. Like that's never happened before. So actually, I'm lying. When I stayed in the same hotel as Dreas in Vegas before, so like those are only 2 times. So that's one of the biggest draws there. And it adds to the demographic. Other than that, still a lot of families there, a lot of people there on their regular calm getaway vibe. The beach scene was dead to me, which was a letdown. I didn't do no homework on that. When I got there, we rolled up on a beach. Water was cold as shit. I hate cold water. I told you that before, but the water's classified as dangerous. Like they tell you not to swim, right? And I could even see from like where the water turns over and crashes on the shore, very strong, very heavy undertow look to it. And they flat out tell you like, don't swim at the beach. I'm just like, wow. Niggas taking beach vacations and can't get in the beach water. That's different. That's different. So no real beach activity like that. I mean, of course, you could take some jet skis out or something like that. Did a boat trip, a boat tour in a see-through boat. I just posted out on my Instagram yesterday. Y'all could take a look at what that looks like. Literally a fully see-through boat. And you know, they take you out and you're in certain areas where there's like a lot of fish or whatever. You can just look through the floor of the boat and you see all these big ass fish. And you know, the tour guide, they bring food to feed the fish, so there's a lot of fish congregate under the boat and everything. It's a dope experience to be on a see-through boat, you know. But the tour itself, great scenery. That was one of the highlights for me. Great food, you know. Overall, I just didn't know Cabo was that popular right now and had that party element to it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to party. I went to relax and hang out. But it's got that party vibe and party element to it. And yeah, you're going to get on that plane. You're going to get to that gate. You're going to look around. You're going to see a lot of people. They're just like, really? So if you're trying to party, especially trying to link up, go get your Memorial Day weekend Miami type vibe going, go to Cabo because they out there partying heavy, son. I promise you that's not what I went for, though. But overall, man, very, very nice trip. Went shopping. They got a nice mall out there. They got a very, very nice marina that's behind the mall. That's how I even found the boat tour. You know, it's like a marina strip on the water that just has all these outdoor restaurants and bars and everything. You could spend like a whole day there. You know, you could pull up to the mall and shop, go out through the back of the mall where the marina is and just spend like a whole half a day out there. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope as well. Another thing that caught me off guard for you travelers is if you stay at like the Rio, which is like one of the popular ones out there, it's all inclusive. It's like an hour away from the airport. So you gotta plan for that too. I hate when you land and you're ready to get to your shit. And it's just like, oh, now I got a taxi for an hour from like, but the closest airport to the Rio is a private airport. So you got to fly private to that. It's a wrap. No commercial international planes is going close by those resorts. So that sucks. Other than that, man, not too much feedback. I'm going to continue posting some more stuff on my Instagram, some other little stuff that I saw that was cool. But yeah, Cabo, party atmosphere, real fun place, cool, worked out. The surrounding areas is cool. Of course, I went out locally and got something to eat. Had to try to do that once a trip too. Don't just like, you know, like on the resort or nothing. Like get out into the city, you know, stop at like a local spot to get that local food, get that local energy, that local vibe. Y'all know me, man. When I travel out locally, I try to blend in as much as possible, man. No jewelry on, t-shirts, shorts, no bulges in your pockets, like my wallet or nothing like that. Just you're trying to get into the mix. You already stand out. They could already tell you're not from there and that you're a fucking tourist. And if you happen to stay at an all-inclusive resort that makes you wear a wristband, that don't help neither. I hate that. I hate when I'm at an all-inclusive resort that makes you wear a wristband to identify, you know, you can get the drinks and the food and everything and you belong there. Because if you leave and you go out into the town, you walking around with that I'm not from here badge. Like, I hate that shit. I'm such a tourist badge on your wrist, but it's part of the game. It's just little things to pay attention to and think about. All in all, man, thank everybody that was hitting me up, sending me shit, keeping me in the loop. Shout out to Checks and Balances. I caught up with the Checks and Balances chat. A lot of news in there. We got a lot of stuff going on in there. I know there's still even a couple of things that we missed while we were away for a couple of days, but we back full throttle, and I will see y'all back 6 a.m. in the morning. All right, y'all, we out of here.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Without, I think still got a gun.